So you want to increase your squat depth. Well, if you want to get a better squat, if you want to be able to go ass to grass and lift some serious weight, then you need to increase your hamstring flexibility. And in this video, I'm going to give you a follow-along routine that you can do to develop insane levels of hamstring flexibility.
We are the gym that teaches people how to move instead of just exercise, because we believe that health is about performance, not just body image.
Hamstring flexibility, or lack of hamstring flexibility, plays a massive part in restricting your squat. Why? Well, have a think about it. Your hamstring crosses your knee and your hip, okay? So if you've got tight hamstrings, then what happens is when you get to a certain depth with your squat, your femur needs to be able to come further into hip flexion, but because the hamstrings are at their end range of motion, the only way that that can happen is if they pull the hips forward and you get this horrible rounding in the back. If you want to be able to get a really nice deep ass to grass squat, then you need to have flexible hamstrings. So because my hamstrings are quite flexible, there's no restriction here, so I can sit really comfortably in my squat with a nice posture. So I'm going to take you through a full workout. Now, what makes this different, what I'm about to show you, is we're not going to do stretching here. I'm going to teach you how to strengthen your hamstrings through their full range of motion. This is one of the most neglected parts of flexibility training, is training strength through full range. So we're actually going to do a deadlift workout. This is a workout that you can do on your deadlift day. So you're still going to be deadlifting, you're still going to be doing max weight, max load for your deadlifting, but I'm going to show you a couple of really cool ways to do a Romanian deadlift and also a Jefferson Curl so that you train strength through full range and really get flexible. Hey, in case we haven't met, my name's Rad Burmeister. I'm one of the co-founders of Unity Gym and co-creators of the UMS, the Unified Movement System, where we make driven people strong, flexible and fit with 1 hour workouts. If you want to know how we do it, you can grab one of our downloads, one of the blueprints. There's a link in the description for all of our free downloads, giving away the breakthrough moments that we had to create our program over the last 17 years of being coaches. And if you're ready to grab one of our amazing programs for calisthenics, strength, flexibility, or skills, you can click the link down there to check out our programs library. And if you're a high achiever and you want to start online coaching with us, you can get a 1 month free subscription plus a sweet deal afterwards where you can work with me personally and get access to our gym workouts and home workouts that require no equipment with our UMS online subscription, where in 1 hour workouts where we have follow along videos, you're going to get strong, flexible and fit. It's phenomenal. Click the link down there to get started. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take you through this whole workout, but we're just going to do one set of everything so that you can see how we do it. Now, the first thing we do is something called an ostrich walk. So the ostrich walk is basically a dynamic stretch for the hamstrings. So it's a really great way of warming up in a way that represents athletic capability, okay? So we're not doing any passive stretching here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take one step forward and I'm going to bounce down so that I get a dynamic loaded stretch in the hamstring on the front leg. So all my weight is on this leg, and then I step on the other side and we're just doing steps like this. I'm not thinking of what my back's doing at all. I'm just letting my body just bounce down, okay? And when we do this for a warm-up, we do anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes of ostrich walking, okay? I'm just going back and forth in a very short space so that I stay within frame for the camera. But what you can do is, just go up and down your gym. So what are the key points here? When you come forward, don't let the knees bend. Keep both legs straight so that the stretch really is focused on that front leg, okay? Step and just bounce. Just let your body go down. For me, because I'm flexible enough, my hands hit the ground, so I'm not actually pushing off the ground. It's just that I'm trying to keep my body as relaxed as I can, and that's why my hands are hitting the ground like that. So we're going to do 1 to 2 minutes of ostrich walking. Then we're going to do our regular barbell deadlift, okay? So I've just got a very light weight on the bar here just for purposes of this video, and so I don't have to go through a whole series of warm-up sets and everything, but I'll just do one set of deadlifts with you guys so that I'm representing what the actual workout would be. This here really has very little to do with the hamstring flexibility of this workout, but I'm just showing you how this workout would look so that you can not only train your deadlift, your posterior chain work, but how you're going to get real flexibility with your hamstrings. So for our deadlift, the way we teach it, we start with our shins touching the bar, okay? And then from here, we're just going to bend down, keep those shins as vertical as possible, grip the bar, shoulders down, elbows straight, knees out, push the ground away from me, get that posterior pelvic tilt at the top, okay? And I'll just do a few reps. Okay, let's do 5 reps. Let's say we're doing 5 by 5 today. Now you can do whatever. If you're doing your snatch grip deadlifts, your wide grip deadlifts, you're doing sets of 5, sets of 8s, whatever you're doing, doesn't matter. That's your deadlift workout done. Now we're going on to a supplementary. And what we're going to do for this workout, for the supplementary, I'm going to show you guys how to do a stiff leg Romanian deadlift in a way where we are not only training strength, but we are seriously working on flexibility here. Now, because of my flexibility, I need to do this on a deficit, because when I do a stiff leg Romanian deadlift, I can go way past the point where the weight would touch the ground. So I need to do this on a deficit. So I'll go on this angle here. I think that'll probably work better for the camera. So the way I do this is, and you've got to be confident because I've got to do a step up with a decent weight. And when I do this, it's a supplementary lift though. So, you know, you want to be doing about 8 reps per set. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get into a good posture, and I'm going to deadlift with good technique. And then I'm going to stand up. And then from here, we're just going to do 8 reps of a Romanian deadlift. I'm going to pull my shoulders back, get right into extension, all the way down and back up. And this is one of the meanest hamstring stretches you'll ever do. You can see my range of motion is increasing as the set goes, because this is my first set, so I started quite stiff and I've lost count for how many reps I've done. Let's call that 8. But you can see what I'm doing is really focusing on this extension in the spine and pushing my bum back so that the movement is coming from the hamstring. I don't want to be rounding my back when I do this. I want this to be a real hamstring and even glute strength and flexibility exercise. And by training some real weight here, you know, when I do this in a workout, it's a supplementary lift, so I'm never doing this as a primary lift. I'll do maybe 80 kilos, which is I think about 200 pounds or something, for 8 reps, and do that for 3 sets or so after I've done my deadlifting. And it just has such a massive carryover for strength and real flexibility that you can use in your squatting. Now, the last exercise we're going to do, and this is where we are going to allow for, I'll just clean up here a bit. This is where we are going to allow for some spine flexion, is we're going to do a dorsiflexed hamstring curl. Okay, let's get this bar up out of the way. So I've got this really nice step here, but if you don't have one of these at your gym or at home, wherever you train, what you can do is you can just use like a yoga block, like something that you can get your toes up on, okay? And we're gonna grab a weight, and again, depends, excuse me, sorry, it depends how flexible you are. If you're not very flexible, then you can hold the weight like this to do this exercise. But because I'm more flexible, I'll show you a different way you can do it, and I'll show you why. Because for me, so when I go down, I'm going to do a Jefferson Curl, so chin to chest, roll the shoulders forward, roll down through the spine. But because of my flexibility, see, my hands get in the way before I get to full range of motion. So how do I get over that? I'm just going to grab the barbell like this. So it's in my elbows, like a Zercher curl, a Zercher squat, sorry. So from here, chin to chest, roll the shoulders first, then roll down through the spine. Oh, and that is just a wicked stretch for the hamstrings, the whole posterior chain, of course, because it's working my spine as well, but also for the calves. That's the beauty of this one when you compare it to a regular Jefferson curl, okay? So I'm just gonna do 5 reps. It's my 3rd rep, I'm pretty sure. 4. And 5. And now I'm going to hold it for about 30 seconds. Can't see the clock. Oh, yeah, there we go. So I'm just breathing deeply, really focusing on keeping those knees straight, and I'm not fighting it. I'm letting the weight pull me down. All right. Woo! So as a whole workout, if you want to get some serious hamstring flexibility, on your deadlift day, you'll do your 4 or 5 sets of deadlifts, and then you'll do probably 3 sets of the stiff leg Romanian deadlifts, the deficit Romanian deadlifts, and then 3 sets of the Jefferson curl. 8 reps of the Romanian deadlift, the stiff leg Romanian deadlifts, and 5 reps of the Jefferson curl with a hold at the end. How many reps of your deadlift would you do? Well, that depends on what you're doing. If you're doing an accumulation phase, depending on how long you've been training for, you're probably going to be doing 8 to 12 reps per set. If you're doing an intensification phase, anywhere from 1 to 5 reps. So that depends on your goals and where you're at with your training. But give this a try. Try it for 2 full mesocycles. So do a 4-week intensification phase and a 4-week accumulation phase. Meaning you just adjust the rep range for the primary lift and maybe adjust the version of the deadlift you're doing. Maybe you could do a snatch grip deadlift in one phase and a conventional deadlift in another phase, or whatever you want to do. And let us know how you go, because this really works and it's going to have a massive carryover to your squat. You just wait and see. And check out the other videos in this series. This is video 3 of 5. This is an amazing video series on all different aspects of how you can increase your squat depth and strength. Hey, thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, consider subscribing to our channel and make sure you click the notification bell so you know when our weekly videos are uploaded. Now, the best thing for you to do if you want to stay connected with us and get free online coaching is to join our private Facebook group. It's called the UMS Movement Mastermind, and we go live daily where we answer our members' questions. It's very interactive because you can post questions while we're live and we interact with you on the show. You can also upload videos or pictures of yourself with any movements, any stretches, strength training movements, calisthenics, weightlifting, anything that you're struggling with, and we'll critique you, give you feedback, let you know how you can get better. It's a really valuable resource. It allows a lot of communication with us and also our senior tribe members. You'll get answers very, very quickly, and it's absolutely free. So jump on Facebook, search for UMS Movement Mastermind and join now. Until next time, have a great day.